I'm going to share with you a story about my own experience with emotional regulation. And this is important because if you have a child, even in my case, I was in seventh grade. I think it's important. This is something that can be taught, and it's something that should be taught really throughout life. But when they're kids, it's really important and it's really helpful. And here's how. When I was in seventh grade, I had a teacher that did not like people that came from where my family originally came from. In other words, she was prejudiced against my family based on our origin, and as a result, she was not very helpful with me. She didn't like me. She was very clear about that. She picked on me in the classroom. She did not help me. She was very, very helpful to the kids around me. So I always felt ostracized. I always felt, unique and uncomfortable in the classroom. I was not getting good grades. D's and F's were common for me. And that was uncommon for me in my other classes. In my other classes, I was a good student. In this class, I was terrible. Why? Well, my parents went in and they spoke with her, and she said, he's just not very smart. He doesn't understand math, and he's just not going to do well here. My parents did not like that answer, thankfully. And so as a result, my father brought home some worksheets from her to have me work on at home. We sat at the dining room table. There was no television on. It was just me, my dad, and this homework. I did the first question, and I got it wrong. And my dad had me do it again, but slowly. The second time I did it, I got it right. Then he had me do the next one slowly, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth. And every one of them I was getting right. He wasn't helping me. I was doing it all on my own. I knew how to do the work. I was smart enough to get it done. In class, I was rushing through it. I was uncomfortable. I felt a lot of stress. So the next day, my father went in. We got a few minutes with the teacher. He sat on one side. The teacher sat on the other. I did the first question right. I did the second question right. I did the third question. And he just showed the teacher he can do it. He needs the time. He needs an extra minute to get through it. If you can't give him that minute, you need to explain why. The teacher was at a loss for words because she had just been shown in the room with her own paperwork, her own equations, that I could do the work. This helped in a few ways. One, it made me successful in that class. Two, it boosted my confidence that I could do the work. I just needed the time. So I had to step back a little bit, think about things, relax, go through the problem one step at a time, and I was successful in that class. Very important lesson for a kid. Now, again, I was in seventh grade at this point, but if you're doing this with children that are younger, and I do this with my child now, he's only 8, but I do make sure he takes his time when he's doing his homework. I make sure that if there are any questions, and he's an A student, so I'm very fortunate in that sense as well. But it is a very important skill to teach your child emotional regulation. Now, for me, it was time. In my opinion, breathing. Just being able to step back, look at things, and then move forward from there. Now, how did the teacher treat me after that? Probably not much better, but she certainly knew that she couldn't go back to my parents and say I was stupid, because in the classroom, in front of her, with my father present, I was able to do the work without any mistakes. So, very helpful tip and technique this week. I really hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments here. I'm happy to answer them. We're excited about keeping the channel moving forward. Everybody seems to enjoy the work. So with that in mind, I'll see you next time.